There's a specific province in Canada that is hiring massively, and there are a lot of opportunities there, and that is what I want to be sharing with you today. So guys, let me tell you about these good opportunities that are in this specific province in Canada. I know most of us have heard a lot of stories about Canada. There are a lot of negative and both positive stories in the media about Canada. And the problem that I feel that the media is feeding us, or the agents are telling their clients, is that they want their clients to go to Canada with visitor visa. And you know how that turns out, because you cannot work with a visitor visa. Once you land in Canada with a visitor visa, you always have to transition that visa to another kind of visa for you to work in Canada. And that is generally for you to work in any country of the world. You can never work with a visitor visa. If the easiest way is to seek asylum when you get to any country with a visitor visa, and you know that takes forever for you to even get asylum and start looking for jobs. So I feel like sometimes we lack information, and these agents are lying to people that they get you visas, visitor visas specifically, to get to Canada, and it gets to a point where you're stranded because you thought once you get there you'll start working. But let me tell you, there's no country you'll work with a visitor visa. You can take that to the bank. And that is why sometimes I want to share this information with people who do not have this knowledge, so that if you decide to go the route of using an agent, let no one lie to you that you'll ever work with a visitor visa. And in another video, I'll be showing you ways how, when you get to Canada with a visitor visa, which is actually very cheap and very easy to get to Canada, or to land in Canada, you can always transition that visa. I'll be sharing that video with you very, very soon. I hope in the coming a few days. So I want to share with you opportunities that are in a certain province in Canada, and they have a lot of good jobs. And that is because these jobs are categorized as hard to fill jobs. What it means for when a country or a province like in Canada says they have hard to fill jobs, it means that there are a lot of these jobs, and there are not a lot of skills or people in this kind of industries to fill jobs. And you'll be shocked, because in this kind of category, there are jobs like cleaners, there are jobs like cooks, there are jobs like carpenters, there are jobs like mechanics. There are literally any kind of job that you can always think of. Guys, Canada is a very big country. Actually, it is the number 2 largest country in the world, and it has over a population of 40 million only. So it is a very vast area. That means most of the time there are a lot of opportunities in this country. The only problem also with people is that they focus on the larger provinces and cities like Ottawa, Ontario, and they forget of other provinces. And that is what I want to share with you today. I'll be sharing my screen with you to show you how these province is looking for workers all over the world. I'll be sharing with you the requirements and everything that is needed. And I'll also tell you and show you what this province is selling or is asking for you to be eligible to work in this kind or in this specific province in Canada. And also I'll be telling you, if you bring your dependents, what do they require? If you're applying for a visa, what do you require? And definitely, you have to work to have a work permit to work here. So that means you have to apply for these jobs. And I'll show you where the province is saying you can go to these websites in this for the same province, and you can apply for these jobs. I will always share this information with you. So I want you to remember to subscribe, guys, to hit the notification bell, to leave a comment. If you have any question, ask me down in the comment section below. Share this content with any people or any person that is looking for this kind of opportunities to move abroad. I am very passionate about sharing information, relocating abroad, to my brothers and sisters, to my friends, to anyone who is willing to listen, because I know sometimes people do not share this information a lot of times. I upload videos, or rather I am uploading videos every day at 12 p.m. So be sure to turn on your notification bell, so that every time at 12 p.m. when I post, you are given an alert, and you can always come here and check what I have posted for you guys. On this list and in this job site, there is opportunities for everyone, and this specific province is called Saskatchewan. and it is a province in Canada. Saskatchewan has a lot of opportunities. I'm going to share with you the province website that is under the government of Saskatchewan, or under the province of Saskatchewan that is in Canada, and I'm going to take you through slow by slow what is being advertised, what jobs are in these categories, and what you need to do. So let's just get into it. So the website, as you can see, is called Saskatchewan. I'm going to link definitely the website down below in the description box, so that you can always come and look for the information that you need. We are going to look at the overview, the required documents of what you need, and everything that you really need, and what is Saskatchewan province in Canada looking and asking for you to be eligible in these kind of jobs that they are saying that are available in this category. The required documents, they say your identity, your work experience, academic credentials, and language ability. Definitely you have to be able to speak either French or English. That is what the Canadian government is always looking out for when you're applying for jobs in Canada. And that is why they're saying you must provide all forms and documents to prove you're eligible for the SINP information. Let us look at the general guidelines. All documents must be easy to read. Copies of the original documents. If it is not in English or French, you must submit a copy of the original document, a copy of the English or French translation of the government, and a copy of an affidavit from the translator describing the translation ability. So you see, the government is starting by saying that what you need for you to be eligible for these opportunities is documents that are either translated in English or French. That is, if you come to from countries that are non-speakers of English or French. They are also sharing about the translators. That is, if you use translators to translate your documents. So this is actually to just help. I'm just giving an overview of the people who come from countries that are non-speakers of English or French. You can always look out for what they're requiring. Let us see what the required forms are. You must fill out and attach these forms to your application, the generic application form of Canada, and this is actually a clickable link where you can always click and see what they're asking for. That is a principal applicant only. Additional family information, that is for accompanying spouse and accompanying dependent children over 18 years of age. And then Schedule A, background or declaration, that is a form is required for the principal applicant, the accompanying spouse, and accompanying dependent children over 18 years of age. Definitely children below 18 years of age do not have a problem, but children of over 18 years of age, you have to fill a lot of documents, and so as spouses, but children below 18 years, it is easy peasy, you can always bring them. You see additional dependents declaration, statutory declaration of common law union, and if you're using a representative, that is someone else to do the application for you, they want you to also state who the representative is, and they are saying if your documents are also not in French, you must provide translator affidavit and whatnot. And there is a lot of information about each and everything, or every step that is needed for you by Saskatchewan province in matters of anything that is required for you. Let us look at the required documents. That is job offer requirements. That is your job offer must be approved by the SINP before you apply. Your employer must register online to have the job that you're applying for assessed. Please see put a link for recruit and hire foreign workers in Saskatchewan for more information. And also, once the job is approved, the employer will receive a job approval letter that includes your position, name, and NOC code. The NOC code is the codes that are in this occupation title. In this kind of jobs that I'm saying are categorized as hard to fill job. So let us look at what on your left is the NOC code, and these are the occupation titles of what is available in Saskatchewan province under what is called the highly categorized job. So shippers and receivers, storekeepers and parts person, dispatchers, other technical occupations in therapy and assessment, nurses, orderlies and patient associates, pharmacy technical assistants and pharmacy assistants, home support workers, caregivers and related occupation, hotel front desk clerks, store shelf stockers, clerks and order fillers. And each job has its code, so that this code is what helps you to get your the NOC code that your employer will fill out for you so that the government will give you this code. Food counter attendants, kitchen helpers, and related support occupations, light duty cleaners, janitors, caretakers, and heavy duty cleaners, general building maintenance workers and building superintendents, transport truck drivers, heavy equipment operators except crane, material handlers, construction trades helpers and laborers, specialized livestock workers and farm machinery, livestock laborers, harvesting laborers, oil and gas drilling, servicing and related laborers, metal working and forcing machine operations, machine tool operators, sawmill machine operators, mechanical assemblers and inspectors, process control and machine operators, food, beverage and associated processing, industrial painters, coaters and metal finishing process operations, laborers in metal fabrication, laborers in food, beverage and associated products processing, other laborers in processing, manufacturing and utilities. And you see, they have a caution where they're saying this pilot is not available to employers hiring home support workers, caregivers, and related occupation in NOC 44111 who reside in the client's residence. So if employees seeking work to reside in the client's residence or place of work, they must utilize Canada's caregiver programs for recruitment, which is also given there. The letter offer must be addressed to the principal applicant. That is when now your employer gets your offer letter, they must address the offer letter to you, state the job title, duties and responsibilities, wages, benefits, and company contact information, list the location of your job in Saskatchewan. Because Saskatchewan is a province, it is a very big place. So they really need to say where the job location is, be issued on the company's letterhead, be signed by the employer definitely. 2, language credentials. To meet the language requirement, you must provide language test results from a designated testing agency, have an English or French language ability of Canadian language benchmark CLB 4 or higher, have test results that are less than 2 years old at the time of application, and they have different tests. Definitely the IELTS is they are given the scores: listening 4.5, reading 3.5, speaking 4, writing 4. There's the Canadian CELPIP, general, listening 4, reading 4. And then there's now the language test, which they're saying listening 145, reading 121. And they have put all the 4 tests there: 2 for English and 2 for French. Education stroke training credentials. You must submit documents to verify you have a secondary school diploma or education at a higher level. You're required to submit your secondary, high school diploma or educational certificate or a degree if applicable. Work experience also, you must submit letters of reference from past employers to prove your work experience for each job included. Documents must include letters of reference from a supervisor or human resource printed on the company letterhead. So, and they're also saying you should have at least 1 full year work experience in the past 3 years if you really want to get these opportunities, or if you want to go to these kind of jobs, and if you want the government to approve everything for you. Each letter of reference of each position must be accompanied by additional government issued pension tax forms. They are also sharing who cannot apply for the hard to fill skills job category, and these are refugee claimants in Canada who are claiming refugee status from the government of Canada. And definitely, as I said, once you seek the asylum status, you have to wait for quite a long time before the government approves. And now to apply to this pilot, you need a job offer. So start your search. Please visit saskajobs.ca, and also the link is clickable. Then your employer will need you to provide job approval letter from the SNIP, and they're also telling you to look at the application process and apply online to the NSIP if you want to. There is a lot of information on this website. I've just given you a snippet of what the Saskatchewan province in this kind of hard to fill job skills category they are looking out for. So the only thing you need to do, and if you're willing to do the work, you just have to come here on your own, look at this website, go a step by step, and once you feel like these are things that you need to pursue, go to the Saskatchewan jobs websites, look for jobs, follow all the apply as much as you can, so that this gives you a higher chance of getting each and every opportunity and offer that you can. And remember, I say the more you apply, the more your chances of getting this offer. I do not know what you feel about this info, guys. Remember to leave a comment, subscribe with the notification bell, share this information with anyone who is looking for opportunities abroad. That is what I wanted to share with you guys for today. I hope you'll come here and pursue these opportunities. I will link this website in the description box as usual, so that on your own you can come and pursue this. That's all I had, and until next time, bye.